What is the best case to invest in right now in CS2? The current active drop pool for Prime players consists of these 5 cases. Now, typically when a new case releases, the oldest case from the active drop pool gets replaced by a newer case. So, if a new CS2 case was to release in the near future, the most likely case to get removed is the fracture case. Just note, this is not guaranteed. As we saw with the clutch case, sometimes Valve likes to keep cases in a little longer if they are printing them a lot of money. However, with the fracture case having less demand than other existing cases in the active drop pool, I think it's a safe bet to assume the fracture case will be removed next. Now, should you just throw all of your money into fracture cases? Probably not. As with all your investments, make sure you do your own research, but overall the fracture case does seem to have a positive future ahead of itself once it gets removed. The knives in the fracture case are only shared by one other case, the shattered web case, which has been discontinued now for a few years and is not coming back. The fracture case also costs roughly 4 times less than the shattered web case, so for case opening enthusiasts out there who will be opening cases for the rare special item, most if not all will be opening the fracture case rather than the shattered web case. The only other reason to be opening a shattered web case is for the unique skins in that case, of course, which are more valuable than the skins in the fracture case, especially the coverts. But that's not to say the fracture case skins are bad. Some are highly desirable, like the Desert Eagle print stream. So, it's safe to assume once the case is discontinued, people will continue opening the fracture case for knives and skins in the case. However, this only applies if the fracture case knives are not introduced in the next case. If this were to happen, then in the short to medium term, the fracture case wouldn't rise as quickly as it would otherwise. Now, the fracture case is the oldest, but the most popular by far, according to unboxing numbers, is the Dreams and Nightmares case, and this is also reflected in its price.
Just before we continue, if you want a free chance to win this USP Cortex field tested in StatTrack, then all you have to do is drop a like on the video and head on over to the Discord in the description where you can enter the giveaway.
Personally, I think this case will do very well in the future once it gets inevitably discontinued. As it is a more recent case, this may not happen for another year or two knowing what Valve are like, and in fact, because it's the most popular case at the moment, I wouldn't be surprised if Valve keep this in the active drop pool for a little longer and take out other cases first that are newer than the Dreams and Nightmares case to maximize how much money they can make. But despite this, it's home to some very high demand knives which are also only featured in a discontinued operation case, the Riptide case. The Riptide case also costs 5 times more to open than the Dreams and Nightmares case, so once this case gets discontinued, the case will be able to reach somewhere between a 3 to 5x in price over the following years because of those incredible knives available in the case. As for the rest of the cases, I don't think any will perform as well as the fracture case and the Dreams and Nightmares case, but they will all increase in price after they get discontinued. This is just how the market works. So if you want to make a profit and don't specifically care about the ROI, then of course you can buy all of the cases. This is also great for risk diversification. Eventually they will make you a profit, you just have to be patient enough. But in the short term, I believe the fracture case is the best option, and in the medium term, the Dreams and Nightmares case will be the best case, provided their knives aren't reintroduced in a newer case. Now, all of this speculation is fine, but it is purely speculation. How likely is it that we will see a new case? Well, considering CS2 at the moment is full of bugs and Valve are working around the clock to make sure they have a finished game, I don't think there will be any new content releases this year, so no cases or operations soon. But I think it is possible somewhere in Q1 or Q2 of 2024. But this is good as it gives you an opportunity to stock up on fracture cases if you are interested in buying and holding, and if by some miracle Valve do release a case towards the end of the year, then you'll have a good opportunity to make a lot of money as people FOMO into the discontinued case.